You're about to see a conversation at length I had with two pro-abortion students at Otterbein University that highlights one of our major challenges. As you hear the arguments these two women keep falling back on, see if you can spot the stumbling block that keeps them from seeing their preborn neighbors as equal. Watch the video until the end to see if you and I spot the same recurring theme in their arguments. Hi, what do you think of what you're seeing here today? I agree with you. Why is that gross? I agree that they're gross, but why are they gross? I mean, it's gross because you see a human chopped into pieces, right?
Yeah, but
so,
to what extent is a choice that
okay.
should have.
Do you think this is part of the mom's body? Look at this head. Is that the mom's head?
You know that half of these pictures are literally just like pig fetuses, mostly.
Where do you get that? Who told you that?
You can look it up. It's like.
Where'd you find that information? We have affidavits from the abortionists. I'm sorry, from former abortionists and from the photographers themselves verifying the authenticity of these. So I could show you that, but where is your information coming from?
I'm not going to cite a specific website off the top of my head.
So you don't have any reason to believe that. You have faith in an idea. You don't have evidence for it. The question is, do we have good reason to believe what we believe? You believe this is a pig fetus, but based on what evidence? And look, this is not a pig here. You see the human legs, arms, head. So well, let's set aside a fetus inside a mom when she's pregnant. What kind of fetus is that? If a woman is pregnant, is it a pig fetus or a human fetus?
I said in a lot of these pictures. I didn't say this.
Okay. Do you think this one's a human?
I'm not going to comment on it. It's not my. I literally have to get to.
What do you think about aborting humans? Is that right or wrong? Sure.
I would love to get to class.
Well, yeah, you don't have to stay here. You can read more about it later. So, do you think this is a human?
Sure, it's a human, but like when we look at the constitutional rights, I mean, you're gonna give a baby more rights over a woman.
How more? What do you mean more rights? What do you mean more rights?
We do have class, but we gotta get.
What do you mean more rights? Can you explain that?
A woman taking away her right to her body.
How's it taking away her right? I don't understand that. Can you explain?
I mean, I'm sure if this is a choice abortion, sure, but let's say this was forced upon her. That's taking away her right to just do what she wants with her body.
Sure, if she was assaulted, I do understand that. But let's. No. I'm saying if she was assaulted, you're right. But let's say she was not assaulted; she had consensual sex.
Okay.
So how is it taking her rights away to say she should not kill her child?
Because when you look at that, yes, sex, it's for pregnancy, but when you have it and you accidentally have a baby, yes, I think you should still be given the right.
To do what?
To do what you want with your body.
But see, I agree with you, actually. I agree, like clipping your toenails, your hair, that's your body, right? This is not your body.
Sure it is.
The mom did not die when this baby was removed and dismembered. The baby died, not the mom.
There are multiple ways to have abortions that...
Like what? That don't kill the baby?
You don't have to have an abortion late on. You can have it early on.
Sure, yeah, there's a picture of a pill abortion right there. That's a pill abortion. The baby is, you can still see the baby far there, her eyes, her fingers.
It's still just barely even a cell.
But why does that matter? I mean, how many cells do you have? The question is...
Are you putting a literal cell over a person who's already developed and grown?
That's I'm trying to understand how I'm putting a buffer, because I have 5 kids at home. If you tell my wife or me, don't kill your children, you're not limiting our rights. You're saying you should not kill someone else, and I think we all three agree that's right. Wouldn't you say I shouldn't kill my 5 kids? Would you agree with me that's wrong to do? It's not limiting my rights.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
You're acting in the world.
So do you?
I wouldn't agree with that. I would say your kids, yes, they are living beings.
Okay.
Unfortunately, just my own beliefs and what it is. Sure, if you want to believe it's a living being, in my opinion, it's just cells.
So when you say it's a clump of cells, though, can you explain what you mean by that? Because I don't see just a clump here. I see head, legs.
It has no real value.
This is 6 weeks right here, where women just kind of generally find out they're pregnant. You can already see at 6 weeks we have brainwaves already detected. At 16 days we have a heartbeat. So what do you mean by clump of cells? It's not the mom's brainwaves, the mom's heartbeat. That's the embryos.
Whose body is this baby in?
The mom. Yeah, I agree with that. But my children are in my house. I don't have the right to kill them.
That one isn't in a house yet. It's not born.
Okay, so would you say, let's say 8.5 months pregnant, almost giving birth. Does the mom have the right to kill that child at 8.5 months because she's in her body?
Nobody's having an abortion that late in their pregnancy.
Well, hang on a second. But my point. But you're.
8 months into your pregnancy. There you go. Is that what you want to hear?
No. I'm trying to see if you'll be consistent. Your position is because the baby's inside the mom, she has the rights. But 8.5 months, she's still inside the mom. You say no right to kill. Why the difference there? The baby is just a little older. why is it wrong to kill an older baby, but okay to kill the younger one?
The younger one does not.
Because I mean,
have
it's not
any
as
sort
developed.
Oh,
It
that's
doesn't
true.
have
It's true.
Any sort of like consciousness.
Okay, that's true, but neither is a newborn. Newborns are not aware of the world until at least a few months, maybe even a couple years old. Would it be right to kill a newborn who's not self-aware? Or would that be wrong? She doesn't have the self-awareness we three have.
I wouldn't say. I mean, I don't think she meant like self-aware. I meant she
Okay.
as developed. If that was a better way to say it.
Okay, it's true. But my 1-year-old at home is...
About the fetus,
Okay.
the clump of cells. It's about the fact that the mom has her rights being taken.
So wouldn't that
That's
be...
what this is about.
Wouldn't that be the same case 8.5 months though? If it's taking rights away to say you shouldn't kill that fetus, that doesn't change 8.5 months. It's still taking her rights away when you say you may not kill a child 8.5 months. So you're okay with removing that right from her 8.5 months, but not at 8 weeks. Shouldn't you be consistent and say, hey, all 9 months you kill whoever you want, whenever you want, as long as they're inside your body? That's consistency.
Yes, I agree, but I meant to say in my standpoint.
Oh, okay.
Would I kill the baby?
I see.
Okay, let's say if I had got pregnant and I was 8 months through, would I kill? Probably not, because morally that's not right to me. However, am I going to endow that right onto someone else? No. And I don't understand, like,
Okay.
no, I'm not gonna say I understand, because yes, you guys, you have the right to believe exactly what you want. We have a right to believe what we want.
Sure.
I just don't understand how this affects, how other women doing what they want in their own lives and their own rights affects you guys.
Can I try to explain?
It's a choice for
I mean,
a reason.
can I try to explain though? Look at my skin color. I would not have been a slave in human chattel slavery in America. But if I had existed during that time, it would have absolutely affected me knowing that my black neighbors could be. And my obligation would be to go defend them and tell everyone that slavery is wrong. Because whether or not it affects me personally is irrelevant to my compulsion to do something about the moral injustice. So if, it's a big if, but if abortion kills an innocent human, it doesn't matter if I'm a man or a woman, I have a compulsion to defend these innocent humans being killed. Now, maybe you have scientific reasons to believe that's not a human, and I would love to hear them. I ask people on every campus I go to, and no one can give me scientific reasons to show that's not a
Because you
human.
guys are so prepared. We didn't even know you would come.
We come every year, though. I mean, maybe you didn't know, but
I'm
people...
first year.
Oh, okay, well, welcome. You'll see us every year, right? That's great. Yeah, no, that's good, but so you don't have to be prepared today. That's okay. I'm not trying to put a gotcha like, hey, we stopped you. My point is to ask, to get you to ask the questions, is there good reason on the pro-choice side to believe that's not a human? I've seen no scientific evidence from anyone, not just from you, from anyone across the globe. These scientists agree they're humans. The debate is, are we all equal? Pro-abortion people say they're not equal to us.
It has potential to be human.
What do you mean by that?
At the beginning, at the very beginning of a pregnancy, it is not a human yet. It is
What is it then?
cells.
What kind of clump of cells, though? Like a feline clump of cells, a canine clump? What kind of clump is this?
It has potential to develop.
No, but what species is it now?
I'm not.
But it's not hard. Like,
I'm
let's
not
say
a scientist.
you don't
I
have to
know,
be.
like the term for it.
Well, okay,
I'm
if
not, like I don't know the term for it.
if
I'm not
if
gonna pretend like I do. I don't know the term for it.
the mom, what species is she?
She's a human.
The dad, what species is he?
Okay, are you trying to mansplain this to me?
No, not at all. I think it's simple biology. You already know, right? Two humans procreate. What they make can't be canine or feline. It's going to be human, right?
But it hasn't developed into that fetus yet.
Sure, it's an embryo.
There, thank you.
Yeah.
The term.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. This is an embryo here. It's not a fetus yet. It won't be until the end of the 8th week. But I guess I'm 40 years old, older than you, right? I don't feel like I'm more of a person than you. I think age is irrelevant to our human value. What matters to me is this a human? Scientists agree they are humans. Pro-abortion people like Kathy Paul in her book Pro, she's honest, admits, yeah, surely it's a human being. Peter Singer, same, clearly a human. They just say not all humans are equal. I believe in human equality because we know they're human scientifically, and I believe we're all three equal. I think the same is true for them. These babies are different ages, but I don't think age matters. Just like color doesn't matter.
Sure, but when it comes to putting the right of another human being on the line, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
That's just my stance.
Yeah, I understand that. I just don't understand how it's limiting the mom. No one has a right to ever kill an innocent human being. We don't have that right.
Technically, we do in this state right now.
What do you mean?
We just passed the abortion.
You're right. We have now the constitutional right to kill an innocent human. But I think there's a law above that we should not break, and that law is you should never purposefully kill an innocent human. The law can be wrong. We were wrong on slavery before. We've been wrong on many things. I think we're wrong now on abortion. But at least you and I agree that the law on abortion says you may kill an innocent human. So you and I agree that is a human. We just disagree on whether we should kill them, I think is the point.
You're saying age doesn't matter.
Yeah, when it comes to value.
Okay, but say a little, 13-year-old girl got pregnant, and the law says that, in her state, she's not allowed to get an abortion, right?
Yeah.
She's not allowed to get an abortion. She has to raise that kid. It doesn't matter. She has to go through her pregnancy, and she's forced to deal with whatever financial burdens comes with that and whatnot, and all the changes that come with her body, which is outrageous.
Sure.
Because she's so young and having to deal with that, okay? There's that scenario.
Yeah.
And then
Not to
say
mention
that
13 years old is not developed.
and then that same 13-year-old girl, she walks into an adoption clinic. She's not allowed to adopt a child. What's the difference between that? She's not allowed to adopt a child, but she has to go through a pregnancy and raise one.
Because the child already exists. In adoption, you're asking to...
So does the kid in the adoption clinic.
Sure.
But she's not allowed to adopt it because of her age.
It's not yet her child. If she goes through an adoption, it becomes her child. When you're pregnant, you already have parenting is a relationship between you and the...
Not really, if she's assaulted.
Well, there's a biological relationship there between mom and baby, even in assault. Now, maybe, I agree with you, she should not be forced to keep that child. Sometimes the heroic thing to do is to make a better plan for that child and for her.
I'm going to abortion or into adoption.
Okay.
I'm adopted.
Okay.
And I think you guys should start looking at fixing adoption centers before you start overcrowding them with kids.
I hear that, because there are issues with...
Foster care system?
I've been in the foster care system as a foster parent, not a foster child, and I've seen the bad and the good in foster care, and I've seen the same with adoption, right? With bio kids too, though. You have bio kids, you can have all kinds of issues, right? No family has no issues. That's a bad way to say that, but all families have issues, we should say, right? My point with adoption, though, is it's right to deny the girl electing to have a baby come into her life. When the baby already exists, we're not asking, should she remain the custodial mother? We're asking, is it right to dismember a child because the mom's in a hard scenario? And I don't think it is, because we've never allowed the dismembering of a born child, no matter what the mom's scenario is. We find a better way, which is adoption maybe not be best, and be easiest, I should say. Everything has issues, right? But it's better than killing someone. I would think. What do you think? Is adoption better than killing? Or is it more right than killing, I should say?
In what sense?
Like, let's say we have a child needs to be adopted. Would it be better to adopt the child or to shoot the child if you have those two choices?
That's not an equivalent.
No, I agree with you. It's not equivalent, because one, you're doing a crime, one, you're helping. Neither is perfect.
Well, shooting a child and having an abortion is not an equivalent, so...
What's the difference? Both you're purposefully killing. One with a gun, one with the forceps to dismember. One is quick and painless, one is slow and painful.
I don't really feel like this is an extremely productive conversation, and we have class.
Sure.
So I would prefer to leave.
Well, no one's forcing you to stay. You're not forced to stay by any means.
Yeah, no, it's a
Well, I
very
feel
interesting conversation. It's very interesting to see your standpoints, but
I appreciate that, yeah.
pictures, they don't make me feel any different than what I do.
Okay.
I feel like you're pointing, trying to make us feel bad, saying, this is you, you should feel bad. I don't, unfortunately. I feel bad for the woman who's put in the predicament itself.
I can't make you feel anything. All I can tell you is when I've seen pictures of other injustices in our own country or far away, they grieve me. Years ago when we had the sarin gas attacks, children, when Obama was still president, and we saw attacks of the sarin gas and children who were suffocating on the nightly news, I couldn't sleep that night. I was so horrified by what I saw. Someone else might watch and think, what's the big deal? They're overseas, doesn't matter. I can't make you feel. All I can do is point out to the injustice. It's up to you to decide, do I think those humans are equal to me, or do I think they're less than? And to be frank, we have this long history of looking at people who are different, saying, you just don't matter like me. Frankly, people like me looked at women and said, you don't matter like I do. Now today, born humans look at preborn ones and say, you don't matter. That's the current prejudice. But I can't make you reject it. All I can do is point it out to you.
There's still a prejudice against women.
That's true. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with that. You know that actually the most dangerous 3 words in the English language is it's a girl? More girls are aborted than boys because of such sexism. People want boys. Even across the globe, in India and China, there are so many missing girls that it has created a great increase in the sex trafficking because men can't find girls to marry. Still want sex. Girls are trafficked, put in brothels, servicing 20 more men per day. This affects women hugely. That's not why abortion is wrong. Abortion is wrong because it kills people. But if we care about women's rights, eliminating this would be a great start to it, because this is, as Alice Paul, the great suffragette in America, said, the greatest exploitation of women, or the great exploitation of women. That's abortion.
Abortion is part of our healthcare, though, getting the healthcare that we need. So
I guess I just ask always, do we really need it? It's not going to unrape a woman. It's not going to turn her abusive boyfriend into a great prince. What it's going to do is add further trauma. She's 6 times more likely to commit suicide, more likely to increase risk of breast cancer. That's not healthcare when you elect something that's going to hurt you. But that's not why abortion is wrong again. I'm saying it's wrong because you're purposefully killing a child, but those are consequences.
Every woman is going to get an abortion, but the option to have it and
Exactly.
and to have access to it when it's needed is just what we want.
I agree, it's what you want. I agree that. I agree. And actually, I would agree with you, it is healthcare if that's not a human, women should have the right to do whatever they want. It would be her body. Because I'm compelled by the 5,000 biologists cited in a study by Stephen Andrew Jacobs, University of Chicago, 5,000 biologists across the globe, 96% agree life begins at fertilization. Those two cells come together from the mom and dad. No, they say it's scientific fact. I'm sorry. They're far left, far right, everything between.
Religion to believe differently. Like it's all about belief.
It's not belief. It's scientific fact. Like this is grass, right? If you believe that's a human, you're wrong. I plucked grass. You can believe what you want, but that's actually grass. Same true. This is scientifically fact. I'm persuaded. Maybe you have again other reasons to believe differently. This seems to be scientific fact that is a human because dead things don't grow. The embryo, the fetus is growing. Human parents, she can't be canine or feline. She must be human. If anyone, and this is what I'm asking you to go do, I guess, ask, is there good scientific, not philosophical, good scientific fact to show that's not a human? If I'm wrong, she's not a human, abortion's fine. If she's a human like you and me, because I believe we're all equal, I believe we shouldn't kill her, no matter what her parents are going through.
Sure, and we're not taking the standpoint of saying we're not.
To your opinion.
Yeah, and we're not taking the standpoint of we believe that it's unequal. We are taking the standpoint from a woman's perspective of saying we deserve the right to do what we want with our bodies. To me, when I think of abortion, I think of all the other factors that are factoring in when you are forced to have this child that you do not want.
Yeah.
That's the standpoint we're taking. I'm not saying that we're unequal. Obviously, we wouldn't be standing here saying that humans are unequal if we're trying to fight for women's rights. Clearly, we believe that we're equal.
You believe you and me, that we three are equal, but you don't believe this human is equal to us.
I just said we don't believe that.
It's not.
But if you believe she were equal to us, but hang on a second, if you say, no one may kill the mother, no one should kill the mother, but you may kill this human, isn't that inequality?
Growing the baby in her belly.
I don't disagree with that fact. I totally agree with that. But I'm trying to say that I think you do believe in inequality. Because you're saying that humans who are born like us have the right not to be killed if we're innocent. But preborn humans don't have that right. How is that equality? You're saying this group of here, this subset of humans, they don't have the same right to life we have. That's inequality. You may be right in that, but it is a view of inequality. Maybe it's justifiable.
Sure, yeah.
But it is inequality.
But I mean not justifiable, but morally, I just cannot, I can't put that right over a woman's.
I agree with you. All I want is equality. I think that neither the mom nor the dad should kill the child. I think that the mom, the dad, the baby all have equal dignity. I don't think it's putting the baby above the mom to say she shouldn't kill her. Just like I wouldn't tell the baby, you may kill the mother. Babies can't do that, but let's say figuratively they could. They're equal to each other. That doesn't mean life is easy, but when we give women this right, we say women may kill children, men can't. We've not given women a right that men don't have. Fathers who create babies don't have the right to force an abortion. They'll go to jail if they do that. There's law against that. Only the mom is given permission legally to kill the child. That's not equality. It's giving moms a new right that no one else has. I want equality. We all have the same natural rights to life and to good choices, like what school you go to, those things like that, what clothes you wear, right? But some choices are wrong, like choosing to kill someone, I think.
That's your opinion. You're entitled to that. But
And you don't believe that?
But we are also entitled to ours.
Totally. You have your right to your own opinion, but not your own facts. So again, I would ask you to go and find out what is factual. Is that a human or not? And if she is, then it's your opinion. Do you believe all humans are equal or not? And you can say we're not equal. I say we are equal. At least we know where we stand then, right? My view is human equality, all humans equal. Your view is humans who are like you, old enough to be born, they're equal. Those different from us, they don't count. It's one of us.
If that's how you see it.
How do you see it? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that's what it seems like to me.
To me, it feels like
Okay.
you are putting words.
I'm sorry, it's not my goal. I don't want to do that.
Okay, no.
How would you describe it though if you say born humans have a right to life, preborn ones don't? I think that's your view.
We are looking at it from a woman's point of view. We
Yeah.
need the access to abortion healthcare. Because, I mean, not every situation needs it, no.
Sure.
But there are situations that do. And even if it is a situation that doesn't need it, you still should have access. Like, you should still have that choice to an abortion if that's your choice. Like, it's all about choice. That's it.
I do agree. I just always have to ask, is the choice right or wrong?
It's up to the person. It's not up to
100%.
anybody else
So what do you think
to determine if it's right or wrong.
what do you think I think about women? Because I know that you're seeing it from the perspective of the mom, and I'm looking mostly from the baby's perspective, I think is your implication. What do you think I think about the mom? Do you think I see her as less than or not equal? Because I keep saying you see the baby as less than. Do you think I see the mom as less than?
Low-key, kind of.
Low-key, yeah, okay.
It seems like
All
you're
right.
putting the fetus
Above the mom?
above the mom.
What could I do to not do that?
Are you actively trying to better foster care, adoption? Are you actively trying to help mental health when she is forced to have this baby that she doesn't want? Are you doing anything for that? Are you actively trying to help her when she faces the reality of having a baby that she doesn't want or need?
Yeah, so we are. I mean, I don't think that changes whether abortion is right or wrong in reality, but we are as a group. We go to, just this morning our team was at Planned Parenthood, where we offer help to these moms, because I think we all could agree that when a mom chooses abortion, it's not because she says, hey, I want to have an abortion today. Not most women, right? There's some reason guiding that. So we want to offer help for those real, tangible issues, whether it be a bad living situation or lack of finances. We're there to offer help, and those women who do take us up on it, we've raised funding for them and things like that to help them with the real, tangible concerns. So you obviously I have no way to prove that to you, but yeah, that's what I'm doing, because I do care about these moms too. I think that we should care about mom and baby. I don't think it's like we have to choose one or the other. I think we can care for both and love both.
There's a small minority of women, though, that actually get the help they need when going through their pregnancy and raising a child if they end up keeping it.
I mean, I would say thankfully we do live in a system that has
But those
resources.
Those resources are not reliable at all. I'm in a public health class, and that was a big unit we went over. They're not reliable at all.
And I would agree with you if you have like ideas.
Good debate. We're having a good debate over here.
If you have ideas for how to reform that, I mean, I'm all ears for that. As a foster parent, when I was in the system, I did my best to try to help my foster son, help the system as best I could from the inside. I'm no longer a foster parent, but I have done those things. But I don't think I could do enough to really prove that I love moms as you love them.
I mean, we're not asking you to prove that. That's not, like, we're not attacking you on that. It's just, we just are saying that we feel that you're putting the unborn fetus above the mom. That's all we're saying.
Can I ask, like,
Yeah, sure.
If she is forced to go through this pregnancy and she has a high possibility of being hurt because of this pregnancy, what would you do? High possibility.
Oh, like like her life?
Yes.
Well, so I believe abortion is wrong because I believe it's wrong to purposefully kill innocent humans. That's my bedrock position, right? All right, so if a mom's life is in danger, usually if she were not in danger, she would never consider any action leading to baby's death. The reason
How would she have known that?
No, I guess is that she doesn't want the baby to die. She's now in a scenario where both her and her life and the baby's life is in danger. The only reason she's considering taking any action is because her life is in danger. So we make a distinction here. She does not want to kill the child. When you purposely kill a child, you dismember them, poison them, and you starve and suffocate, and that's how you do an abortion. When her life's in danger, you separate mom and baby, and if baby is old enough, baby lives. If baby's too young, baby dies, but it's not the mom choosing the death, it's because we lack technology to save the baby. So I have no problem with the mom saving her life and separating from the baby, and if you can save the baby, great, do that. If you can't, it's because we lack technology. That's not elective abortion. It's not choosing to kill her. So the pro-life ethic is always, in every state now banning abortion, women whose lives are in danger, they may pursue paths that save their lives, because that's not elective abortion. Even a miscarriage is called spontaneous abortion. But abortion kind of means it's a cessation. So our concern is elective, where you're choosing to kill the child. That's our concern.
Can we be clear?
Yeah, sure.
Abortion is never an easy decision.
No, did I say that? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
No, I'm just making that clear. It's never an easy or frivolous decision. The mental toll it takes on a person to go through. It's not something that's anybody wants to go through because of the physical changes you go through when you choose to do it. the mental changes you go through and the toll it takes on your mind. Like,
Yeah.
it's not anything.
Have you known someone who's gone through that before? I have.
Multiple.
Yeah, me too. You can see it in their eyes still, right?
Nobody
Sometimes.
expects to have to go through an abortion.
Right.
Like, if it's an unintended pregnancy, like, even if it is an intended pregnancy and you have to get an abortion, like, nobody intends to get an abortion initially. Like,
You're not wanting to get pregnant for the purpose of having an abortion.
yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah.
Nobody does that on purpose, but then the decision comes later where you have to decide whether you're getting one or not, and it's not an easy decision. It's something that you decide whether you do or don't have to do based on yourself and like your morals and your own health and what's best for you. And that's just kind of the bottom line.
I understand that bottom line, and I would actually totally agree with you if I weren't compelled that there are humans too. Because I know that there are, like, if you're like, my wife for a while was in Africa with a homeschool family there, and let's say you are in a tiny village like she was in Africa, if you are nursing a child and there's no one else in the area, they don't have formula, no one else in the area nursing, and if it's causing a toll on your body, nursing the child, I would say that child is still affecting you outside your body, but still gravely affecting you. But I don't think that just because you're the only one that child depends on, I don't think you have a right to kill that child because it's a human. And so even though the baby inside the mom affects the mom's body and all that is true, I think if we'd say it's wrong to kill a child outside the womb, I think it's also wrong to kill them inside. Because I just don't see changing location as really changing the identity of the child. Like, you go inside, outside that building, you don't change who you are, you change where you are. So I think that it really affects, I think we could agree on so much. We can agree that abortion affects the mom. We can agree a mom has dignity and rights. We just disagree upon, I guess, the question of should the mom's rights include paying someone to dismember the child or starve and suffocate in a pill abortion. I really do think if you could bring to me scientific proof that's not a human, I'm not saying expecting it now because I know you didn't come prepared, but if you had evidence that's not a human, I would flip, or at least I should flip. Because maybe I'm too proud to flip, but I should not be. I should flip to the other side. I'm asking, is there anything like that on your side that you could think, oh, I guess that does make sense. I would be against all abortion if this or if that. Maybe there's nothing. I'm just curious if there is anything like that in your view.
I think just we are women, unfortunately, probably not.
Okay.
These, that's my standing. That's my standing. Just
I
because
mean,
I'm a woman, man, like,
it's hard
I could not. I wouldn't want my right to be taken away.
Yeah. Do you think?
It just comes down to a right, you know.
Do you think it's fair that if a man and woman have sex and he doesn't want the baby, not only can he not abort, but he's actually forced? I think he's forced legally to pay child support. Do you think that's right? That's limiting. It's turning into a party, isn't it? Limiting men's autonomy by saying men have to use their body to go work and pay money to the mom for a baby they didn't want. Is that fair?
Did he use protection?
Let's say not.
Well,
They both chose not to use protection.
okay.
Or let's say he did. I don't think it doesn't really matter to me. What's the difference to you?
I mean, if they don't use it's all it is situational, but if there's no protection used, then on his part, if he didn't want to use protection, that's on him.
Okay.
If they both chose not to use protection, that's kind of circumstantial to both of them. They did use protection, that's not really on them. So, it just kind of depends on the situation.
Oh, yikes. That's going down.
Hello. I'm about to go get food soon.
It is lunchtime, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, I just think that everybody should just have their right to their choice. That's just like the bottom line.
I appreciate that, you sharing that. And I agree with you. I just think everybody includes you, me, and her.
Okay.
But I think so. I'm Seth. It was nice. Yeah, I know you had to get a class a while ago, so yeah, thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Appreciate you guys' standpoints.
Absolutely appreciate it. Thank you for talking. You too. Why couldn't these women see the hypocrisy of their position? So do you think this is a human?
Sure, it's a human, but like, it's just cells.
Clump of cells or human being? They try to play it both ways because the scientific evidence for the baby's humanity is clear. They can't reject that. but they also don't want preborn humans to have the same rights born humans do. The result is inequality. Preborn babies are humans, but they don't get human rights. What animates this view of inequality? According to the students, it's their gender. I'm asking, is there anything like that on your side? You could think, oh, I guess that does make sense. I would be against all abortion if this or if that.
We are women. Unfortunately, probably not. That's my statement. That's my statement. Just because I'm a woman, man.
Even if abortion were wrong, these students say their gender would prevent them from accepting this. As women, by default, they must be pro-abortion. Or so they believe. This is one of the greatest victories of the pro-abortion movement. The relationship between mother and child is meant to be one of the most significant of all human relationships. Yet the pro-abortion movement has built its brand on estranging mom from child, on telling pregnant mothers they are too weak and need abortion to survive. In today's college students, then, we see the fruit of this anti-motherhood propaganda. But hope is not lost. Did you catch that multiple times one of the students said she had to go to class? We even encouraged her to go, and yet she continued to stick around. Why? Because she was hearing truth, and truth, though often resisted, is still attractive. It is up to us to go and share it.